Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and it's the weekly reading for April 29 to May the 5th. So your cards this week: Taurus, energies leaving, completing, or transitioning. You have the Hermit. Focus energies, you have the Page of Swords clarified with awakening, and you have the Seven of Cups coming in towards the end of the week. So Taurus, the Hermit here. It looks like in your recent past you have been called to go within and do some inner work. So the Hermit sort of sees you taking some time out to kind of withdraw a little bit from, external stimulation or less social interactions and that kind of thing, and spending a bit more time on your own, maybe in meditation or maybe just in sort of a reflective headspace to sort of, think about the deeper aspects of life and what you want from your life. I think it also calls you to delve a little bit deeper into the topic of spirituality, even if you may not have been that way inclined. Suddenly this could have become a interesting topic to you, or could have started to present itself to you in its own ways. For example, you flip through a magazine, you see an interesting article on mindfulness, it resonates for you. A friend starts talking about yoga or invites you along, you give it a go and you connect with it. I think, maybe it's a surprising step on your spiritual journey, and when we do that and when we go within, it starts to light us up or illuminate ourselves from the inside out. And every, part of that illumination, or every, seed of light that starts illuminating us, it's kind of like a little crack opens in ourselves, and that kind of divine light can sort of enter us a bit more. It sort of starts lighting us up towards our spiritual awakening. So the Hermit, you can see there, he's got the lantern and he's kind of illuminating his path just one step at a time. So just one little shred of light, each piece of light gives you a little insight or another step for your journey. So I feel with the Hermit as your transitioning energy, you're sort of coming out of that now and you're sort of ready to come back, ready to be more social again, and even share some of the insights that you had from that. Now, following on from that this week, we have the Page of Swords as your focus energy, clarified with awakening. So yeah, Page of Swords talks about coming into a place of more energy, in particular more mental energy. And so I think, you're shifting up the energy and sort of coming out there, being a bit more social again, lots more ideas flowing and that kind of thing. Now, I clarified that with awakening, which is equivalent to the Judgment card in the Rider Tarot deck. So once again, it does kind of back up our spiritual awakening that's happening here. So Judgment is really about that sort of last call of, the past and the present coming together, your physical and spiritual self coming together in order to complete a karmic cycle or to awaken to yourself further. So I feel like that is really what's happening as an outcome of this period, that you've sort of gone on yourself and questioned all of these things. So, after going inwards and questioning it and then, almost moving out of it and sort of putting it to the side for a moment, boom, there it goes, there's the transformation. Awakening can also ask you to resolve past energies. So there might be people that you need to forgive, things you need to let go of, and that moving into that state of vulnerability is essential for that awakening energy to come through. But I feel with the Page of Swords here this week, you've got that mental clarity, swords being that sort of very, mental, intellectual energy. I really feel that you've got the mental clarity to think clearly about what you may need to resolve or let go of in order to achieve this awakening. Page of Swords could also indicate an air sign male that's coming in to give you some insight or help you along the way this week. So could be a Libra, Gemini, or hang on, it's slipped my mind. Aquarius, sorry. It's amazing how much they slip sometimes. That could come in to sort of give you some insight or to say something that kind of, just triggers the mind into that, to give you that insight for that awakening state. So towards the end of the week, you've got the Seven of Cups coming in. So with the Awakening card sort of talking about, the completion of a karmic cycle, the shifting of energies, I feel like there is space now for something new to come in. And the Seven of Cups can indicate that you have a lot of choices open to you. But when you do have a lot of choices on the table, sometimes it's easy to feel sort of overwhelmed by them. And I know that you guys, being a Taurus, you love your sensual pleasures and things like that, and sometimes that can get in the way of sort of making the best decision and seeing things clearly, because it can be, there's other factors in drawing you to the situation that it may satisfy you in other ways. So really tap into your clarity. Really think about what's going to serve you and what's going to serve your inner journey as well as your physical pleasure. And it's really, it's great to be comfortable in that sort of thing, but we need to consider it from both perspectives and have that clarity to overcome any wishful thinking that may come in. So yeah, beautiful reading for you this week, Taurus. Quite a spiritual one. Good luck with that. That's your message for this week. Feel free to comment on the video if it resonated for you, just keeping in mind it is a general reading, so not everyone will find themselves in this situation or energy this week. And we'll see you for another reading next week.